everybody. Good morning to you. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning or a wonderful afternoon, depending on when you get to this react. So, Chantal did a live yesterday, which has now been deleted. And I did watch part of the the part of the live when it was going on. And I can see why she deleted it because she was being extremely offensive and going after reaction channels and being very slanderous. I saw on Twitter a lot of people were reporting it. I'm not sure if YouTube deleted it or if she decided to delete it on her own because it would get her and her channel in trouble. And she's already been in trouble with YouTube. She's already had her channel taken away once. So she doesn't want that happening again. So maybe she decided to err on the side of caution and delete the live. Although I'm kind of confused, Chantal. I'm very confused. If Salah is on your back to make more money and he wants you to make more money for whatever upcoming trip, which you've been extremely crabby about, it just seems like the last 3 or 4 days, you've been in a really nasty, nasty mood. I don't know why, but you've been in a really nasty mood. But if you're deleting your lives, how in the world are you making money off of them? Doesn't that kind of go against what Salah wants you to do? Although you being rebellious against him really doesn't surprise me. Oh, look, there's Booger. She's got her zoomies. Cat moment. Booger. What you doing? Hi, baby. Hi. She got the zoomies. Hi, baby. Cat break. All right, but what was I saying? I was saying that Salah wants Chantal to make more money, and she keeps deleting her lives. On top of that, she's also been kind of crabby and angry with him due to the fact that he's been bringing her food, but not enough food. So it would seem that there is some tension on the home front. And thinking about Chantal's trip, I don't know if she's going back home to Canada alone. I don't know if she and Salah are going somewhere, whether it's Malaysia or Morocco. I'm not quite sure how they would go to Morocco, though. He's got a Syrian passport. I looked to see what places a person can go to on a Syrian passport. Morocco was not on the list. Malaysia was on the list, but she was talking about going to Morocco. As far as the trip goes, y'all, it could be a smoke screen. She could be saying a bunch of different places just to throw everybody off the track. So when she arrives, wherever it is she's going, it'll be a complete surprise to us. Chantal, you don't have to worry. Even if you're coming home to Canada, no one is going to be camping out at the airport with their cameras, with their camera phones to take pictures of you and catch you out in the wild. You know, you're not some celebrity. You're just somebody on YouTube that makes problematic self-harm content. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, she did her live last night and she deleted it. So I'd like to react to it, at least to part of it. It's 3 hours long. I can't react to every single minute because that would mean my react is going to be 6 hours. And I know you guys don't have that kind of time. I certainly don't. I got things to do. I've been busy this morning and I got more to do all day. So we're just going to go over all of the Twitter stuff. And I want to thank all the wonderful people on Twitter because they give all the great tidbits to include in my react. So thanks to all of you. Love you, Twitter. You guys are awesome. And then we'll get into the live itself. And I would also like to thank the wonderful channel, STUFFKSAYS, KRISTEN. I'm going to leave a link for her video down below in the description. I would rather give you the view, KRISTEN, than Chantal any day. You know, it's just, you know, like she messes herself up by deleting her lives because that just means people are going to go to the reaction channels to see what all the noise is about. But I'd rather give you the view, ma'am, than Chantal. And I'm very happy to do that today and tell people all about your wonderful channel. And I do encourage everybody to check out KRISTEN's channel and maybe sub up and give her a like and give her a great comment and say thank you for capturing the live. So let's get into all the Twitter stuff. Yes, all the stuff because she's done the live. She did like a very salty, bitter, angry mukbang. About that, Chantal, Can we talk about that for a minute before I get started? You know, I'm a smaller channel than you, much smaller. You're at 100K. You cheated your way to 100K. You bought a bunch of subs and you went to another channel to help you get over that final part of the hill to get to 100K to potentially get your fake plaque. But I'm a much smaller channel. I'm not even at 6K yet. But even as a smaller channel putting out content, ma'am, I see part of your mistakes as far as being a content creator. And some of your mistakes are that you're not creating engaging, entertaining, consistent content. You know, when a person goes on YouTube and they're looking around at different channels and different content, whatever channel they sub up to, it's got to be interesting. There's got to be something there that makes a person say to themselves, I want to see more. So it's got to be entertaining in some way, whether it's a drama or going to a location or including people. It's got to be entertaining. Your stuff is not entertaining. It's rather boring. It's self-harm content. And people are not entertained watching someone slowly unalive themselves with food. Okay? You're using your platform as a way to fund your bad habits. You have to crowdsource and crowdfund out your bad habit to keep it going at the level that you built it to. But that's not what YouTube is for. All right. You make empty promises to your subscribers about, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but you never follow through. And eventually people catch on and they're like, there's too many channels out there. I can go sub up to anybody and be well entertained and not be talked to like trash. So there's that. Let's talk about your mukbang content. Whatever content you do, especially if it's a niche kind of content, you know, your niche is the food. It's got to be the star of your content. Where you mess up is you muddy the water. You mix in the mukbang stuff with the drama stuff, with the hate-filled stuff, with talking about yourself, all of your personal problems, all of this, all of that. For people that are just into mukbangs, that's not what they're there for. And the more bitter and angry you sound, the more it turns them off from watching you eat. And about that too, your eating is disgusting. And I've seen other mukbangers with bigger channels. They don't eat like that. They really don't. So you're trying to combine mukbangs with real life stuff, with the fetish stuff. And it's too many avenues, only one car. Do you get it? You're doing too much. And I'm not here to give you advice about your channel. I'm just pointing out how stupid you are, that you're doing too much. And you're over there angry at the reaction channels and you're blaming us for not being successful, when at the same time, you've been on YouTube for 8 years. And you could look around to see what other people are doing and how they're doing it. And I'm sure you have. It's just that you never took notes and wrote stuff down and figured out, this is what I'm doing wrong and I can fix it. You'd rather point the finger and blame all of us for your lack of success. You're angry at the reactors for just giving our opinions, being entertaining to our audience, and being consistent with our content. But isn't that what you should be doing? Yeah, but you're not doing it. So don't look at us and say we're the problem when you've been the problem all along. So I just wanted to say that and get that off my chest. But let's get into all the Twitter stuff, shall we? I said my piece about that. Okay. So for those of you that are on Twitter and you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start here with Queen of WTF saying sure, because that's totally going to help. So Chantal did like a little mukbang video where she said a full day of off-track eating. Chantal, you're never off track because you were never on it to begin with. But she ate a burger and she was very angry about the fact that Salat brought her a burger and fries and a drink. She said it's not enough food. And then directly after that, she ate these noodles on a serving platter. But let's hear what she has to say.
Like, it's crunch time, right? So for travel. So I really have to try tomorrow to do some exercise.
Oh, there we go again. Remember what I said about Chantal and her favorite friends, the procrastinating friends? Later, someday, tomorrow, perhaps, soon. She puts words and friends in her mind that means she doesn't have to change immediately. Her most hated enemies are today and right now. Because today and right now would mean she have to get off her butt and do something. So to keep those hated enemies away, she'll make friends with the procrastinating friends. Oh, I'll do it someday. I'll do it soon. You know, like the friends that don't really push her to do much. But you know what, Chantal? I don't know exactly when you're traveling. Let's just say it's within a week. How much change can you get in a week? How many pounds do you think you can lose in a week? Especially if you're eating like this, all you're going to do is gain more weight. But please continue.
Probably just in the house, like walking in place or something.
Yeah, but you don't. You get in the seal position. See, here's the sad thing. You've been in Kuwait for 2 years. And even if you don't want to go down to the gym downstairs, even if you don't want to do that, you could have bought a treadmill, had Salah set it up in the house, walked on that sucker 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, take little breaks and intervals in between and burn some calories that way while you got the air conditioning. Or you could have put on some videos on YouTube and worked out that way in the privacy of your own home. Nobody has to see you and you're not worried about being spotted. You could have done a lot of things. There's a lot of people who they're motivated, they're determined, and they're like, I'm going to get healthy no matter what. And they make it work. Ordinary people. And they can do it. Why can't you? You got all the time and energy in the world to do it. There are people doing far more than you that have busier schedules. So what's your excuse?
Like it's crunch time, right? So
Yeah, crunch time. Crunch time means it's too late to change. It means you've run out of time, but whatever. Let's see. Coffee drinker says, Foodie Beauty, you look like you're rotting from the inside out. Well, she kind of is. Crash diet. You can't go 1 hour without stuffing your pie hole. Have you actually seen yourself without filters? Coffee drinker, she has seen herself without the filters, and it happened a while ago. Like Chantal wanted to do the StreamYard thing, which is the program that I'm using now to record this video. But she wanted to turn on StreamYard and do the panel thing. She turned on StreamYard. StreamYard doesn't have filters. Or it didn't used to. They have some beauty filters now. Nobody tells Chantal, shh. But at that time, StreamYard did not have any filters for her face. She turned on StreamYard and no filters, and she freaked out. And she said, what is this? And within 60 seconds, she turned off her camera. She did not like the way she looked without those filters. So yeah, she has seen herself, but because she stares into that camera so much with the filters, she honestly believes that's what she looks like, or that's what she wants everybody to see. Like you guys can see right here, courtesy of Del on Earth, quote, I've got to go on a crash diet for the trip. Oh, baby, it's way too late for that. Somebody tells her they can see all the texture on her face, so she immediately busts out the filters. Yep. Chantal, there's only so much the filters can do. And they're at max level right now. But you can see the difference that the filters make. The picture on the right, kind of unfiltered. Picture on the left, it is filtered. Like it smooths out her skin. It makes her eyes bigger, maybe makes her lips bigger. There's the contour filter, the way it works. Imagine like a triangle line going from the bottom of your nose to your chin. That's where the contour filter helps. Like it creates this, slimming, narrowing effect on the face. But if you look at her face from an aesthetic standpoint, you got to figure logic. If the forehead is round and the cheeks are round, then that means the bottom half of the face is going to be round. You're not going to have a narrow chin and two halves of your face are round. It's symmetry. You know, the body will always balance things out because look at the picture on the right. Her face is round. You know, it is what it is, Chantal. And I'm confused. I've been asking this question for the longest. Help me here. You're doing the feedy content, right? Right. We all know that. We understand that. You know it too. So why are you denying how much you weigh? Wouldn't the feedies love to know that you weigh 500 plus pounds? Wouldn't they get all into it? Why are you denying how much you weigh? Is it a vanity thing? I think it's a vanity thing. I think there's some kind of weird parallel lines in your head that you think maybe 300 pounds, not obese, over 300 pounds, obese, and you're just denying that to yourself. I think that's what's going on. But ma'am, you're well over 500 pounds. I'll die on that hill because you were almost 400 back in 2018 when you were with BB. You got on the scale. You were 377 pounds. So you were, what, 23 pounds away from being 400 then? And I'm taking into account two things, that you are 5 feet tall. And when you're a shorty, a little bit of weight looks like more. I am taking that into account. I'm also taking into account that when you were with Natter, you were on the powder diet and that you lost 70 pounds, but then you gained it all back. I'm thinking about all that, Chantal. But even with that, 500 plus pounds, I say 550 easily. If you're over there eating 7,000, 8,000 calories a day, maybe more, because it does take a certain amount of calories, y'all, to maintain whatever weight you're at. You guys can see me. I cammed up, Chantal. I'm 5'3". I'm little, okay? And I don't know exactly what my weight is. I don't have a scale, but I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of like 125, 130, something like that. I'm only 3 inches taller than you. And you're over 500 pounds, okay? To maintain your weight, you have to eat at least 6,000 calories, minimum. Now, if you dropped the calories down to, say, 2,000, you would start to lose weight just with that, without exercise. But you'll never do that. You will never go without food, but you'd have to have a calorie deficit. So to maintain 500 pounds, you have to eat at least 6,000 calories. Now, if you eat or more, to gain weight, you have to eat more than that. So you're eating, what, 7,000, 8,000 a day? And that's why you're blowing up so quickly, is that you never stop eating and you don't burn off the calories. You're not active. You're laying around all the time. I think your feeties have gotten in your ear entirely too much. Granted, it's your body and you have dominion over it, but I think you got people around you that are backing you up with gaining weight and you're just rolling with it because it's easy. So, moving on. Oh, from Punch Cat, the cat distribution system works. I got a question for all of you wonderful pet owners that happen to own dogs. Is there a dog distribution system? I hear a lot about the cat Oh, look at look at that little angel crawling in the hoodie. Oh, yep, you're going home. That's it. Done. But all the people of you that own dogs, does it work the same way with dogs as it does with cats? I know the cat system works. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. The other cat's like, what is this? What did you bring into my house? Oh, no. Look at that little one. Love kitties. Love the kitties. Yep, it's just that simple. They choose you and then they crawl into your hoodie and then you have no choice. There's no fighting against the system. Look. Aw. Look. The baby. Look. Cat's like, I just chose you. You're taking me home. Yep, it's just going to happen. You ain't got no choice. Oh, no. That is adorable. Okay, let's move on back to Chantal. Peach Slicks says, Foodie, even your members are sick of your lies and manipulation. Good. 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 Some of them are waking up. I say good. Let it happen. She's making it happen. We're not doing anything to her. We're doing our thing on our side of the fence. People are sick of her. Good. Let it happen. Gardenia says, and not everyone is an obese person saying things about what you eat. And fit, healthy people are not, quote, always annoying and sanctimonious. They're right. Your habit of painting anyone who doesn't support your unhealthy eating habits as terrible or pathetic is just an unhealthy coping mechanism you develop to not have to process the extent of your unhealthy eating habits. You are not off your diet because you were never on it. You need to reach out for external help, or you will just keep getting in your own way, giving yourself excuses to eat what you want. You need to learn how to be uncomfortable and not get what you want and do things you don't feel like doing. And I am not hateful, pathetic, or sanctimonious. It might annoy you, but oh, is there more? I think there's more. Oh, that got cut off. Sorry. So, like, this person, Gardenia, has given her the business. I support that. It's funny because Chantal did her live and she talked about building up her channel audience again. How is she going to do this if she's not changing herself? In order to do a rebrand, you have to change your content. You can't rebrand if the content stays the same and you keep continuing to lie to people and scamming them and conning them. What are they sticking around for? Like, why would they want to stick around? She's destroying her own channel and herself, and then she wonders, why are people leaving? Well, everybody has their own tolerance level, Foodie. You know, everybody has that red line of, I've had enough and I can't go any further. So for the people that are watching you, that are not feedies, they're trying really hard to hang on to hope that you're going to get healthy. They keep believing your BS. Like, you're like, I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to eat healthy. Da, 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 da. But then it never happens. And they want you're blowing up more and more in weight. And you're doing the seal position. And they see how sick you are. And then you turn around and, oh, I'm so sick. Give me sympathy. Pat my butt. At some point, they just get tired. And they realize every time they come to your channel, they feel tired. They feel stressed out. They feel worried. And they're like, what am I doing this to myself for? And then they leave. And then you wonder why. Why did they go? Well, look at yourself. Shenanigans says, imagine rigging a scale while also flexing your only a svelte 343 at 5'1", knowing full well you're at least 100 pounds heavier. Yeah, she did that. She did a weigh-in, but a lot of people spotted in the weigh-in that there was already a number on the scale, 155 kilograms. The scale was not blank. Maybe that was Salah's weight. Maybe that's why it showed a number. He got on the scale first, and then she acted like she was going to get on the scale. But it didn't take Girl World long to spot the number was on the scale before she stepped on. So, yeah, messing with the scale again. Christy K says, Foodie Beauty, what the heck? Why do you look completely different and 100 pounds heavier in your mirror? Because she is 100 pounds heavier. Plus, I guess the filters don't work in your reflection. See, there's the real Chantal. What I say about the face. What I say. Notice the whole face is round. There's no elf chin going on here. It doesn't come down in a perfect triangle. Her face is very round. And the real mirror shows us that. Like, that's the real her right there. Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty, alone and live again, rage stream deleted. So she got rid of it. And that's why I'm going to KRISTEN. Queen of WTF. This has to do with the day of eating mukbang she did. saying she's upset with her small meal, so much so that she had to make some noodles afterward. Yep. Look at her face. Look at that face. Look at that face. I love that face for you. I love the fact that you got a normal meal. Like that meal right there, that would be sufficient for me. That'd be like, I wouldn't be able to eat that whole burger. But look how mad she is. She goes, there's not enough food. She's mad because he didn't buy her 2 meals at once. He just got her a simple drink, a burger, and fries, like something that we'd all eat. Mad. Absolutely mad. So much so that she did all of this right here. Is this her being rebellious to Salah? Like, oh, you brought me like a meal and then I needed more? I'm telling you, anybody out there, listen to me. Shh. All of you beezers coming over here to watch, listen to me. Hear what I have to say. And I'm not saying this with a hateful heart. I'm saying it because it's facts. This woman is a food addict. Do you understand? And food addiction is no different than any other addiction to, say, alcohol or substances. Food can be just as deadly, just as life-threatening, just as damaging, just as obsessive as any other thing in the world. And this woman's habit is out of control. The way that she's built up her habit, the only thing that would work for her to get her down in weight, to get her eating under control, is to put her in a controlled environment and to be around people that control her food, because she can't control her food. She would have to be in a locked down, restricted inpatient facility where she was served simple meals and that's all she's getting. And the people that are there, they don't care about her temper tantrums. She can't manipulate them. She can't persuade them. They would just go, here's your sandwich. Here's this, here's that. And that's all you're getting. And no matter how much she screams, they'd be like, look, this is all you're getting. That's it. This is not an argument. This is not a negotiation. So either prison or inpatient. She can't do this on her own. If you leave her in a room with her phone, she can order food or she'll basically push someone to get her food. If you put her in a position where she can get what she wants and what she wants is unhealthy, she'll do this. And especially on YouTube, where she's surrounded by people that are encouraging her to eat and talking about food. I mean, she's built up this toxic addiction machine that's been working for her in a bad way. It's a toxic machine, but she built it piece by piece. And because of this toxic machine, it funds her habit and it keeps it going. And she surrounds herself with people that help keep it going. And until she gets away from the machine, she's never going to get healthier. And I know this is going to be horrible to say, but I think that Chantal, she's almost determined to have a medical event on live, and she wants everybody to watch. That's just my thought. That's my opinion. That's the feeling I'm getting from her. Like she wants us all to watch her make herself sick, have us watch her be immobile and be horrible until something happens. Okay, so Florida Salt and Sass says, missed this until now. And then Chantal laying on her side with Julia. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so Perfectly Imperfect says she's very angry. Even the whole video, and I agree, she's angry at Salah. Rubber Band says, tell us Salah is over your crap without telling us he's over your crap. This isn't about viewers. She would have said, well, if you don't like me, don't watch. Okay, what did she have to say here?
I'm never going to hide behind an avatar.
But you do. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to hide behind an avatar? What is this, y'all? With a bazillion filters going on, what is this if not a living avatar? You're not showing us what you really look like. You're hiding behind filters. That's a sort of living avatar. Like, you know that what we're seeing right now is not really you. Do you look different?
Hide myself because of my weight or...
Yeah, but Chantal, why can't you be honest? Look, you're 500 plus pounds. Clearly, you're not comfortable with the excessive weight, although you do nothing to fix it. You're not comfortable with the extra weight, so you hide, you constantly hide rather than fix the problem. So you'll find anything to help hide the problem, whether it's wearing the abaya in the hijab, pulling the hijab down almost to your eyebrows to hide your forehead, filming from different angles, like filming and just showing your face so you don't show your body, whatever. Clearly you're not happy about your weight. Clearly, you do your best to hide it. You are ashamed. You won't come right out and say, yeah, I'm 500 plus pounds. You're ashamed. You're embarrassed.
You know? No.
And by the way, can we talk about the food? I don't know if you're eating meals like this in rebellion against the law or for the feedy people, or if you think it's going to trigger us in girl world in some way. We don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. I mean, I have no more F's to give, dear. I ran out years ago and never bothered to re-up because I just don't care that much. You're not hurting girl world eating the way that you're eating. The only person you're hurting is yourself.
Just always be real and do what you're going to do and own it.
You're not real. What are you talking about? The most unreal person on YouTube telling everybody else to be real.
And if like people don't like it or they get offended, you know, oh well. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
And it's just so incredibly healthy for her to sit there and talk like this and be in a mood and eat. Because I'm going to tell y'all, if you have a problem with food, or even if you don't, the worst thing you can do is get angry and get upset and drink something or eat something to cope. Like if you're, say, drinking alcohol, let's use that as an example. When you're upset, you will automatically drink more and you'll drink faster just because you're angry or upset and you're trying to calm yourself down. If you smoke cigarettes, you'll smoke more cigarettes just because you're upset. If you're like Chantal and her addiction is food, it's never a good idea to associate negative emotion with food and using it to calm yourself down. If you eat while you're upset, you'll eat more. Just by default, you'll eat more. See, here she is, angry, and she's eating, and she's going to just shovel down that food faster than normal.
People are free to come and go as they please.
And you know why she's saying that? Because she's been getting a lot of pushback from her beezers lately. A lot of pushback, and she's been just nasty to them in the lives. But they've been getting, a lot of them been giving her some pushback. They're giving her pushback about the cat. They're giving her pushback about her eating. Those that care. Beezers, listen. It is what it is. You see what it is. You're not going to change her. You are not going to say something that breaks through her thinking or break through her addiction. You're not going to change who she is. She's got to change who she is. And she's got to want to, and she doesn't want to because this is how she makes money. Y'all need to get some coffee. Iced coffee, hot coffee, whatever you want. And wake up. And understand you're watching somebody slowly unalive themselves. And the bullets that she's using are the plates of food. And I know this sounds really rude to say, but it's a doggone truth. That plate of food right there are her bullets. And each one of them affect her. They've been affecting her. They affect her mobility. They affect her breathing. They affect everything. And she knows it and she doesn't care. She has said long ago, many times over, that she's going to eat until she jumps off the mortar coil. She's never going to stop. She's never going to restrict herself. She has resigned herself to that fate. She has no interest in life. She's not fighting for life. It is what it is. So you have to make a decision whether you want to continue to watch this until it gets really bad and distressing for you or not. Because if you're on YouTube, you have a choice. You always have a choice about who you watch. You can go anywhere you like. I say use that freedom to the fullest.
Obviously, I don't love to see people go. It's like disappointing sometimes.
Listen, Chantal doesn't care about people. She cares about what people give her. So every time she makes somebody angry and she ticks them off, that's just, she feels like it's lost money. Like that person could have bought a membership, although she's not giving anyone any motivation to spend money on a membership to begin with. But still, that's where her mind is.
Depending on the person, but people have their reasons.
You know, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I think YouTube was the worst thing to happen to Chantal. The absolute worst thing. That if she had not wandered onto YouTube and made a channel where she could make money eating, she might be a whole lot healthier right now with a whole lot more mobility and breathing, and she can't just fall back on her haunches and do nothing. The moment she got monetized and she started making money in this way, that's when the decline started happening. And it's only gotten worse. Her and Amberlynn Reed, if they couldn't have a forum where they get paid to eat or be dramatic, imagine how much healthier they would be. Imagine. That's what happens when you misuse and abuse the platform.
You know?
And that right there, that whole serving of noodles. Look, anybody out there ever eaten ramen? That's got to be at least 2 or 3 packs of noodles. That's crazy.
I'll never fault somebody as a viewer for needing time away.
And that should give you a clue, Chantal. That should be a big wake-up call. That your content is entirely too much for people, like the point where they can't watch you. It's gotten too dark. That should wake you up that, hey, maybe people don't want to watch me hurt myself. Maybe I should change things.
You know.
But no, she wants to hurt herself and get paid for it. Nah, some people are just not down with that. Truth Seeker says also he has 2 phones. Why wouldn't he give his friends the phone that had a tracking app on it to his friend and use the other to see someone without her knowing? She doesn't know who is taking the photos she claims he sends her. That, in my opinion, sounds like zero trust. You know, her and Salah don't spend every waking moment together. How did she know he doesn't have 3 phones? Another phone number? If they don't live together, and I don't think they do, like, how does she know he doesn't have a separate phone just for his red room ladies without the tracking app? I mean, he could do all kinds of things behind her back and she would never know. But let's see.
Funny. I know his location exactly.
No, you don't.
So,
and even if you did, what are you going to do? Honestly, you know, like if Salah is basically trying to cater to her, to shut her up, he's actually got more power over her than she has over him. Like, she's got the power of money over him, I'm sure, but like, he is her only contact in Kuwait. And if you really want to pull the rug out from under her, Whoever's name is on the lease, that can be just canceled and she'd have to go home at that point. But what if you didn't know where he was? What are you going to do, Chantal? You're going to run after him? You're going to walk out that door and go look for him? You wouldn't even know where to go. You have no idea. You've been there for 2 years and you don't know your way around. What are you going to do? You're going to go on a bike? Are you going to get on a bicycle and chase him down?
He's probably at the Majlis. No, he's at his friends.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got friends. Friends, lots of friends.
Which I've been to, so I know the address. Every time he goes out, he shares the location with me because he goes the extra.
That's what she's saying. But is that true? See, Chantal's a narcissist. And in every story, the narcissist is either the hero or the victim. But she's trying to put out the vibe of, I'm the dominant one. He doesn't do anything without my permission or my consent or my knowledge. I'm wearing the pants in the family. He doesn't go anywhere without my knowledge. I know exactly where he is. But is that true, though? I don't think it is. I think they have their separate lives. And he'll bring her food. But that's it. That's the extent of it.
A mile to make sure I trust him. He's a very good guy.
Yeah, okay. Then why you get so mad at him?
I know. Like, as if he can't see his friends. What kind of person would I be to say that you can't see your friends?
Chantal, that's just how you are. That's how you were with Natter. He wasn't allowed to go out and see his friends. We remember that whole night where you tried to break into his house because the two of you were just being ridiculous as grown adults. Like, first, like, you weren't answering his phone calls. You're both playing power games with each other. First, you wouldn't answer his phone calls. Then he didn't answer yours. Actually, you know what? Let me just rewind that. I remember how it went down. How did it go? He spent 3 weeks with Chantal, 3 whole weeks. And she wanted to go back over there, even after spending like almost a month with the man. He wanted to go out for 1 day and just get some breathing room. And he even told Chantal, look, I'm spending time with my friends. She got really angry about it. And she's like, well, he doesn't consider how I feel. And the chat was gassing her all the way up, putting the battery in her back. And she was suspicious that he might be seeing another woman. So she put her little shoes on and she got in the car and she made an excuse. I'm just going to go to the dispensary, which happens to be right near his place. Went over there. She parked. She tried the door handles. She looked in the window. I mean, just obsessive. And the whole time Natter was at a neighbor's house and he saw what she did. I mean, but yeah, you don't have friends, so you feel nobody else should have friends. You don't have a social life, so therefore nobody else should have a social life. The way you live your life, you want the person around you to also follow your lead. What makes you happy does not make other people happy, but you don't care because that's not what you want.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's here most of the time.
No, no, he's not. No, he's not.
That's true.
Like he's not there most of the time. He leaves you alone most of the time. Although I do find it funny. That spare room, she basically confessed it was her bedroom, like her room. She pays the rent and she's got the smallest room in the house. How does that work? I wonder what's going on in the bedroom that she can't go in there. Okay, let's see. Perfectly Imperfect says it's absolutely about Salah. Quote, people are free to come and go as they please. Just be who you are. The rage stream today, followed by a video of rage eating, says it all. The last tarot reading that I did on Chantal, And even more so, backed up by that was the reading that Neo Tarot did. We both saw the same thing. He's tired of her crap. The manipulation games are not working. He really misses his social circle. He misses his friends. He misses being able to go out and just do the activities. And the little, baby voice manipulation tactics are not working anymore. And he's just bucking against her. And she hates it. She hates the fact that she can't control him. And he's fighting against it. And you're right, Chantal. People are free to come and go as they please. That applies to people who are single or in a relationship. Even if you're in a relationship, you still should have your freedom. I mean, the freedom doesn't go away once you get in a relationship. It is possible to be two people and you're with somebody and you love them, but you have your life, they have their life, and the two of you come together and you are each other's partners and each other's support and backup, but still be able to enjoy life and enjoy the things that you like to do. But you just want to get all wrapped around a man and you expect him to give up his life for you.
Hide myself because of my weight or, no.
We've already seen that clip. Let's move on. Perfectly Imperfect says, dang, she's mad about this meal. Salon done. Effed up. I'm here for it. Let's watch.
I have Hardee's. And it's not a big meal.
I'm here. I am so here for her mad. Hashtag stay mad, Chantal. I am so mad. I'm here for your mad, Chantal. This is my dessert. This is my Snickers bar, mama. This is my chips. This is everything. Give it to me. That's her meal. It's a simple meal. A burger, some fries, and a Coke. What's wrong with it? Nothing. But what's wrong with it is that she's a food addict and she needs 3 meals.
Very small.
No, it's not. That burger is bigger than my head. Look, look at that face. I love that face. I love it. I live for it. Give me more of it, Chantal. Come on, be photogenic, girl. Come on, give me that. Oh, I'm living for her mad. I live for this.
But yeah. What can I do? I have Hardee's.
What can you do? Eat it and shut up. That's what you can do. Because anybody else would be happy with that meal. You want more food? Instead of buying takeout all the time, cook some burgers at home and make some French fries. Be a lot cheaper. If you bought some hamburger patties and got some frozen French fries, you can have all you want without saying it's too small. Don't complain about your meal. Fast food is expensive these days. Okay, so Truth Seekers says a lot of people are getting frustrated with her behavior, and even her loyal fans are urging her to take action. It's concerning that she doesn't seem worried about her declining health. Her weight has increased, and the swelling in her face is noticeable. Oof. And here's some of the comments. Thank you, Truth Seeker.
You know how you...
Okay, so here are some of the comments saying it's not off track if every day is like this, right?
You can recall some big things by memory if you've done the activity.
Another person, Christina, says you've never dieted.
Actually parking your car, but in my dream I haven't actually parked my car. So I'm trying to remember an event that didn't actually happen.
Okay, so Mish says off track after dieting for a day or two? It's so insane that you're on the brink of a diabetic crisis and you don't even care about yourself enough. I'm telling you, Beezers, that it is what it is. And listen to me. Listen. Pay attention. I'm someone that I dealt with food addiction. I had B moments. All right. And I dealt with them. Look at me and listen. When you have food addiction, like Chantal, or you have an ED, Diets don't work. Diets are not going to fix this. She needs inpatient. She needs therapy. If she doesn't get those things, it's not going to change. Forget what she's saying. Listen to what I'm saying as someone that I've been there. Like, and my problem with food wasn't nearly the level of Chantal's. Her level is very severe. There's all kinds of stuff mixed up with it. She needs therapy of all kinds. And she's not getting any of it. A simple diet is not going to work. A diet is something you do to lose like 10 or 20 pounds. It's about weight. That's what a diet is. It's about weight and extra pounds. But when you have a food addiction, you got to get the therapy for up here. Like something's going on up here. And diets, they don't cover that.
And then usually the car will end up being at my mom's. Because for some reason.
Okay, so this comment by Gardenia, they like quite a few. Gardenia says the burger and fries is not small. Those are appropriate portion sizes. Your notion of portion sizes has become distorted. It's the same when you eat more because you feel hungry. Your hunger is no longer a natural hunger cue that you need to eat. It is just what you have habituated your body to because you're the same has been overly, your sumac, is it sumac? Has been overly distended so regularly. Oh, stomach, they meant stomach. I'm so sorry. Your stomach has become overly distended so regularly that it takes too much for it to send a full cue to your brain. I understand struggling to stick to a diet, but it is different than your idea of what is healthy or a normal portion size being out of whack.
For some reason.
If you tell yourself you're not overeating, it was just really small, then you don't even have a healthy goal to aspire to. You'll just keep telling yourself portions are normal. So let's talk about Chantal eating every hour to 2 hours. My theory, and it seems pretty solid to just listen to what I have to say. So we all know she does the feedy content on YouTube. There's a chance she's doing it on Cameo as well. As a matter of fact, she kind of got busted doing that content on Cameo. That's how Chantal makes money. So to make a lot of money, I feel she has to eat something every hour to 2 hours to stretch out her stomach as much as she can stretch it. That way she can eat 5, 6, 7, 8 meals a day. If she eats the smaller meals, her stomach would shrink back down to what it should be. But over the course of time, she has stretched it out so much so she can keep up with doing the feedy content. And I don't know what competitive eaters do, like what tricks they use to put down the food that they do, but I have a feeling that her eating so much, does she have a food addiction? Yes. But if she's doing a certain kind of content and she has to do a lot of it to make a certain amount of money, her eating every hour to 2 hours, it keeps the stomach fully distended, fully stretched out, and it never has a chance to shrink. If it shrunk, then she couldn't do so many mukbangs for people.
I'm going to be staying at my mom's.
Let's see. UJ says, I can bet that this is not all of what you eaten for a day. Well, me too. Carol says you are going to be so sorry when you go on your trip.
But my mom is always reliable in my dreams. She's always there. Anytime I call her, she picks up. Anytime I show up, she's there.
So yeah, it seems like some of the Beezers are like, this is nonsense. And if you guys remember Aisha, who is a heavy supporter of Chantal, I guess Aisha, she basically threw in the towel. Aisha says, you know, I always gave Chantal the benefit of the doubt when it came to BBJ and her being in Pete's care. I blamed him, but I was wrong. You don't deserve the love of an animal. Aisha goes on to say, this right here is why people say you don't deserve animals. Stop laying around and get Julia fixed before she ends up with uterine cancer. You're being willfully ignorant because you don't want the haters to win. Give Juliet to someone who will actually take care of her and stop being selfish. Well, the disturbing thing about Chantal is that long ago when she did have BBJ and Sam, she actually made the comment out loud, I'm not taking my cats to the vet because it ticks off my haters. That came out of her own mouth. I heard her. And unlike Chantal, I don't lie. I heard her say that and I could not believe she said it, but she did. So Aisha's throwing in the towel. Good. Good. And this is courtesy of DX and KRISTEN. Credit to them. Credit to them. Not your mother says foodie or blobfish. Well, I can see the resemblance. I can see it. Okay, DX on Twitter gives the recaps of the live. So let's read some of the recaps. DX says, this is part of the recap. Implies that Salah only cheated because he's a young man. Well, if it doesn't matter if you're young or old, if you're married, the only person you should be taking your pants down with is the person you're married to. Says that if Salah had been physical, it would have been different. You know what, Chantal? The only reason why it didn't get physical is because she wasn't physically there. Although he wanted to get her to get there. He's like, take out a loan and get a plane ticket. But let's talk about the other factors that you are conveniently waddling around. Not only was he wanting to be physical with Kybella, but he was inquiring about other things. You know, the other things that you won't address. Asking her if she could have children. Asking about her income, how much money she made. So it wasn't about, I want to get my rocks off. He was looking for another sugar mama. And from the sounds of it, he wanted one that made a lot of money, that he could get pregnant, and that woman would just take care of him. That's the person that's the person that you're attached to. They remind her that he asked her to fly out, says everyone says stuff in the heat of the moment. Not like that usually. Okay. All right, so this is beautiful. Nature is amazing. Sea lions. The lions by the sea. Lions are so beautiful. There's a reason why they're called the kings of the jungle. This isn't the jungle. They just love the beach. Even lions love the beach. And from Yog, puppy loves new best friend. Aww. Well, cows are just basically giant puppies themselves. They're just puppies that give us milk. But that's adorable. And this, y'all look at this. Chantal, you should pay attention to this. You think that pets don't have emotions, they don't feel, they don't have empathy. They do. This is proof from Fegan. Dog returned from surgery. The cat hasn't left its side since. Cats are amazing creatures. Their purr is healing and soothing. So the cat is picking up. The dog is not feeling well. Look. The cat's like, don't worry, my friend. I'm here for you. They can tell when something ain't right. And how about something silly and adorable from Nature is Amazing? A baby elephant playing in the water. Even elephants are like water. Look. That adorable baby just having the time of its life. Oh, no. Look at the baby with the belly. Science girl, the way the switch is flipped and it awakens. Oh, watch this. Oh, I got to wake up. I smell food. That's from Science Girl. And this will warm your heart from Cats and Kittens. Found this 7-month-old kitty hanging around my shop May 31st. Super friendly with everyone, covered in grime, dirt, oil, etc. Decided to bring him home and let him live the life he deserves since he's a good dude. Aw. Look at the difference in the cat, not just in the fur. Obviously, the cat is cleaner, but just look at the eyes. Like the picture on the top, the cat looks frightened. It looks unsure. And then after being cleaned up and well fed and cared for, it looks very content. It's like a whole different cat. But thank you for taking care of that baby. And obviously, he is a good dude. I hear you. Judge Judy, here's a picture from the weigh-in. Foodie Beauty. How the scale say your exact weight before you even step on it? Tell us you're rigging another weigh-in without telling us you're rigging another weigh-in. You've been caught fixing the scale in the villa. Yep. The number was on there before she even started. Cats and Kittens says, my girlfriend didn't want me to adopt Stomp from the shelter because of his abnormally large feet. I paid no mind, and now he has a happy home to live in. His feet are a bit large, but so what? He's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with a poor baby. Time to get a new girlfriend. She sounds like a witch. I'd be dumping her like stat. Goodbye. Goodbye. This broke my heart from Yog. A stray cat brings her kittens to a kind lady who fed her regularly. She's like, can you feed my babies? I'd be taking them all in. There's just so much I could show you guys on Twitter. Where are we at? Oh my goodness. We're like an hour with the Twitter stuff. I am so sorry. I wasn't looking at the other tab. My bad. I'm sorry. I just want to catch you guys up on stuff. Let's get into the react, because I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be a while. There's going to be a long one. Some of you do like the long ones. Those that don't, I totally get it. I totally get it. Watch what you want to watch. But let's get into the react. We'll have to cut the Twitter stuff off here because we're already at an hour with Twitter. But let's go ahead and let's go.
Ghostface, Lorena. Hi, Zaya. Enchanted Charcoals. Las Vegas. Not just another Vegas stall. Hello. Damien. Moth. Hectic. I hate wearing red lipstick because it always gets in my teeth. That's why I do that. Char, Tangerine. Welcome salam, little doll.
One moment, please. Okay, let's continue.
I had some beans and noodles.
Nobody cares.
Hey, Fernanda. Vanna. Thank you. Thank you, Fernanda. Orange Pulp. I was going to call you Orange Julep. Ghostface. Must Know Lippy Color. It's a Maybelline red one. I have to get the name. I'm not sure.
And another thing before I forget. So Chantal's going on a trip of some sort at some point. We don't know exactly when she's leaving, but it sounds like she's going somewhere. She mentioned going to Morocco. Don't think that's going to happen. But if she's going somewhere that's not Canada, if she's been doing any kind of outside substances, medications, if you will, things of that nature, and she's gotten her body used to that, going to Malaysia, perhaps. She's going anywhere besides Canada where she can get the green products there. She's going to be in a mood. Oh, y'all, she's going to be in a mood because wherever she's going, if it's not Canada, she's going to be fiending for other things that she doesn't have access to. So she's crabby now. If she goes anywhere other than Canada, she's going to be fiending for stuff. And the crabbiness we're seeing right here, it's going to be amplified. And that's just going to be so much fun for Salah if he goes with her. Just want to say that. Let's go.
Sure. But Maybelline makes really good lipsticks. Looking good, girl. Love the dark smoky eyes. Thank you, Kay. J Mel. Hey, Sanja. Thank you, Vegas doll. Thanks, Lorena.
Oh, and it looks like she disabled the chat for this too. Because this was 3 hours ago. No, this is when STUFFKSAYS said she didn't include the chat. That's okay. I just forgot for a minute that it's not on her channel. My bad. Let's go.
I'm doing well. Evil Queen, YouTube lover. Hey, little bitty. Actually, this is the Lady Dimitrescu.
What? I beg your pardon. What did you just say? No. No, ma'am. No, you're not doing that. No. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't you compare yourself to Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil. No, you're no. Y'all want to see what Lady Dimitrescu looks like? For those of you that don't play video games, there's a video game, Resident Evil, and there is a vampire lady, like a tall Amazon vampire lady in the game, and she is stunning, beautiful. Yes. And she's got Freddy Krueger claws, and she is gorgeous. Yes, she is. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of her. You want to see real quick? I'll show you what Lady Dimitrescu looks like. Yes, I will. So, Chantal comparing herself to the lady herself. What? Y'all can see what she looks like. Isn't she gorgeous? Beautiful. Like, there's Lady Dimitrescu right there. Tall, Amazon, boss lady. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I love the way, I love her voice too. This is Lady Dimitrescu. Look. Look. Tall vampire lady. And Chantal is comparing herself to her. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you're not. That's the lady herself. That's what she's comparing herself to. Chantal, you are not Lady Dimitrescu. No, you're not. No, we're going to debunk that right now. You look nothing like her. You are not the boss that she is in the game. No, you're not.
What? I don't know how you say her name, but this is like inspired by her look, but I don't have brushes, right? So I can't.
Well, you may have been inspired by it, although it's not really inspiration because you've done this look before. It's just you putting on foundation that is way too pale for your skin. You're putting on the dark eyeshadow, the dark lips, all of that. This is not like cosplay for a video game.
I can't blend it to make it more smoky. Oh, jeez. So, but
how dare she compare herself to Lady Dimitrescu? I am offended. I'm offended.
It's like a reddish, purplish shade, and then she has black. Hi, Breezeth, Kimberly, Sparkles. Thank you. Hey, little Nitty. Sophia, so excited for my trip. Mimi Cherry, hello. I know. Temu brushes? Yeah, maybe. Trixie.
Okay, let me just go ahead a little bit because, you know, she's boring for a few minutes.
Yeah, rolling down hills is fun. I don't think I would do it now, but maybe. No, I didn't get my Temu order. I didn't even get the shipping notification yet.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Next.
How's the no fast food?
That's not working very well.
I didn't order anything today.
Today. Not yet. She'll order it later.
Because I have things I like here. Lisa, big bone lick.
Let's see if we can get a little bit ahead because I want to see her crabby. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the crabby. I'm not here for the boring makeup food talk.
An onion ring. I don't care. I'm not a shallow bee, you know?
Yes, you are.
Like, anyways. So stupid. Beauty medals. Yeah, here you go. Anytime someone compares themselves to me, here's your medal.
Who's comparing themselves to Foodie? Chantal, I say this and this is not a compliment. You are in a class all your own. You are unique, ma'am. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Not in a good way, but you are in a box all by yourself.
That you're looking for.
No, nobody's looking for you.
Clearly.
No.
Oh, I don't know, Mike. Typo negative? Oh, I love typo negative.
Leave typo negative alone.
You wish Salah was here? He'll be back. Simply ravishing. Nanobot. Onion ring. FF taking her foodie reaction talent to kick. She has 5 channels dedicated to you. You're famous. I know, right, yo mama?
What do you care if FFG wants to go to Kick? What's your business? And maybe she wants to go on Kick and say what she wants to say because she can't say it on YouTube due to their rules. Although the rules on YouTube are subjective, aren't they? I guess it all depends on who you know and who you can talk to, because you're on YouTube and you're breaking all the rules and they won't take your channel down. So, hey, she's just looking for a forum that she can speak in an uncensored way, and that's fine. What are you mad about?
Yep, I'm so uninteresting and boring.
You are.
You know, I'm so uninteresting and boring that I deserve 5 channels.
Chantal, the more you say, the more you reveal yourself. You are so angry about the money that FFG makes on her channel, the fact that her channel is successful, the fact that she's, what, at 30 plus K and you're at 100K. So number wise, as far as subscribers, her channel is 1/3 the size that yours is. That by the numbers, by the subscriber numbers. But she makes a lot more money than you do. And she doesn't have to get on camera and ruin her health to do it. She doesn't have to do the self-harm content, but you do. Like that's where you are. And clearly people enjoy her content. Clearly they're entertained by her because her consistent number of viewers is 3,000, 4,000 people. You have trouble just making 500 people in your lives. And that's the only time that happens is when you're mad. So let's go over those numbers. Your highest numbers when people watch your videos, you get the highest numbers when you do the mukbangs, and you get the highest numbers when you're raging. That's all you're bringing to YouTube, the rage and eating food. That's your only talents. You haven't shown us anything else. But you're angry that somebody else is saying, I've got like 4 or 5 channels. They chose to do that and they're doing well with them. You could have done that, but you chose not to because you're lazy. You're mad about somebody else who's not lazy, that they're branching out and doing things. You're so mad about that. Getting mad about it does not make anything better for yourself. Getting mad at somebody else's success or thinking outside the box or branching out, you're mad about things that have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. I was watching something about that today. Like people love drama. They love it, love it, love it. People flock to it. Obviously it's going to be content that gets the most views, like,
right? And you don't give it anymore.
You know what I mean? Like it always will be.
Right.
People love to see other people miserable or being crapped on. It's just how it goes. Like, no.
Yeah, drama does get attention. True. Won't argue with that. But that's how you made all the money back in the day, remember? And you knew that. You made that part of your formula. That's why people watched you. That's why there were so many people reacting to you, because of the unpredictability. Like nobody knew what you were going to do and when you were going to do it, when you were going to pop up. Nobody knew. And you were constantly streaming. You wouldn't get off camera. I remember like being exhausted and actually losing weight because I would literally all day, all night with you. That's why we called it Crackhead Olympics, because you would keep your tank topped up on the powder and energetic and go, go, go. And it was a trial keeping up with you. It was. What is there to talk about anymore? Nothing. And you're giving us nothing. And you see the numbers dropping, and yet you're not responding to it the way you should. And I would think somebody who depends on YouTube the way that you do, you'd want to fix that, but you're not.
Not literally crapped on, but you know. I know, it's the only thing they can do, like mock my ring. I bet it was $5. I bet it was $5. And every time you would pause on her face, the trash champion lady, whoever that is, her face would be like this. Like in a permanent weird sneer. Yeah. I actually don't watch Lisa Richard anymore.
Oh, she's talking about Lisa Richard. You guys know who Lisa is. I reacted to her before on my channel, and I asked you guys, how do you feel about her? And a lot of you said, well, I really can't watch her. She's too triggering. And she does the same thing on camera all the time, begging for money. So that's why I stopped reacting to her. Although there are other people that cover her. So Chantal's all over the place. You know, she knows about Lisa Richards. She knows about A Sweet Madness. She knows about King Cobra and Naked and Laughing. I mean, she's all over the place. She takes notice of what's getting the most attention, and it's not her. And she gets angry about it, and yet she does nothing about that.
At all. But hey, Pitch, I'm not saying, look, I do watch some drama, so I'm included in that. I'm not like exempting myself. That's how everybody likes it in a way. But to watch somebody like for like 3 hours just crap on somebody over and over the same things, no, I couldn't do it. Thank you, Samantha. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Peter Princess. Good for you.
Yep, and she got a lot of criticism in the chat for her behavior, and the block finger was out.
You're trash. Goodbye.
Oh, if you have any criticism for Chantal, you're automatically trash.
No cheese and crackers.
Hey, Chantal, why don't you do like what you used to do? Since you don't like criticism, and you especially don't like people coming into your chat and talking to you for free, why don't you go back to like the VIB chat? You used to do that. Maybe it's because you don't have enough members these days, or you're just soliciting for extra super chats and stuff, and you know you won't get them if you block people. Tell us how broke you are without telling us how broke you are. And the sad thing is, you wouldn't be broke if you got your food issue under control and you were eating like a normal person. A lot of your money goes for food. I mean, the last time I checked, y'all, the last time she spoke about it, Chantal spent about $4,000, $5,000 a month on food for herself. That's crazy. For one person.
What unwarranted high self-esteem? What does that even mean, Catsy? Like people shouldn't have high self-esteem about themselves? So why should I not have high self-esteem, but they can? Like, why do they have the pass to talk so much shit when they're worse, but I can't have high self-esteem?
You're doing the whataboutisms. And I have yet to hear anybody who's got a reaction channel. I have yet to hear anybody say, my life is perfect and I'm perfect and I've never made any mistakes. And nobody's perfect. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We've all got things in our life that we're dealing with. We're not saying that we're perfect. It's you, Chantal, that you try to portray like your life is so much better than all of us. Like, I'm over in the Middle East and I'm living my best life and I've got a husband, and where's your husband? That's you. And you don't like anybody coming forward with receipts and proof that your life is not so perfect, even if the receipts were not there. Even if we couldn't pull up your video clips and your pictures and such. Just your behavior alone screams, I'm not happy. I got myself into a bit of a mess and I'm not happy, but yet I won't admit it. Part of your problem is that you built this toxic addiction tower that you put yourself in with a high window up top, and you're looking out the window and looking down at the ground and looking at everybody else as being just peasants. And we're on the ground and you're looking down at us like some evil queen. Like, my life is better than yours. Envy me. Nobody envies you. Nobody. There's nothing to envy. You don't even have really, really good health. Your health is declining. So all of us peasants on the ground, just by that alone, we have more than you.
I don't care what you think. I have high self-esteem.
No,
yes.
you don't. No, you don't. Lies. If you had high self-esteem, Chantal, if you valued yourself, you would take care of yourself. You would respect your body. They say your body is your temple. Well, you are absolutely desecrating your temple every day with every fast food meal. If you had high self-esteem, you would say, I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to get it together. And you certainly wouldn't be with a man who doesn't love you and has been with other women. High self-esteem would mean you would look at him and go, I'm going home and I'm going to fix myself. That's what high self-esteem would do, not all of this.
Yes, I do. And it is warranted.
No, it's not.
Why is it overly high? Why? How? Please explain. Go on. High views is worth the drama. Not at all. Not at all. Nope. Oh, I knew they were going to say that. Goodbye, Pitch.
This may be morbid to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe it's a good thing that Chantal is not making more money than what she's making right now, because if let's just say she made $10,000 a month, which is half of what she was making during Crackhead Olympics for a few months. But let's just say she's pulling in like $10,000, $12,000 a month. That would just give her more room to eat more fast food and get bedbound faster. I mean, it's bad enough what she's doing with the money she is receiving, whatever that is. But if you gave Chantal $1 million, she'll probably be in a casket in a week. Like, she uses the majority of her money to hurt herself.
Oh, unhide user. See, like, because you're overweight, you can't have self-esteem. That is such a moronic way to think. And that's how they all are. I would not want those people in my audience whatsoever. Good riddance. You're toxic as fuck. Yeah, Josephus. Oh, Burger King had a huge burger today. I like Burger King too. No one gets to decide what someone's self-esteem is. What a shitty thing to say. It doesn't even make sense in my brain that people think this way. Well, they're gone YouTube lover anyway, so they can go be miserable somewhere else. Like, I don't think so, Ashley. You did say you were prettier than 90% of YouTube. Yeah, as a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't.
And beep, who cares if I'm beyond overweight? What does that matter? Can you explain what that matters? Like, what does that fucking matter? Seriously, what does that matter? Like, people are so shallow and disgusting. Just because you're overweight, you're not pretty? Sorry, that's not true.
You know what, Chantal? Pretty is not determined by pounds. It really isn't. There are pretty people of every size, shape, color, and weight. Even if you were 120 pounds or say 110 pounds, you would still be ugly. You got a very ugly inside. You are. You're an ugly person inside. And I feel like a lot of that ugliness is seeping outside. Like the outside is starting to match the inside. I've seen beautiful people of a bigger size, gorgeous queens and kings they are, dressing well, living well, carrying themselves with class and dignity. That's not you, though. And I'm going to say something else. There are people in the world that truly are fat phobic, that are fat shamers. Yes, they exist. Those people, no matter who you are, if you're of a bigger size, they assume things about you. that may or may not be true, but they'll assume them anyway and they'll go with that. There are people in the world that are fat phobic and fat shamers that if you're of a bigger size, they assume that you're dirty, that you are unbathed, that you're slovenly, that you're gross. Because there are people of a bigger size that are those things, but then there are people that are smaller that are also those things. But those fat shamers and fat phobics, they feel that way, just seeing somebody of a bigger size. And Chantal, you're of a bigger size. What you could do with your channel, and I'm not giving you any kind of advice, I'm just pointing this out. You being of a much bigger size, what you could do is break down some of those thoughts. Carry yourself with class and dignity. Take care of yourself, be clean and all that. To show that people of a bigger size, they're not that way. You know, maybe change some people's minds, their way of thinking. But you reinforce all of the negative stereotypes and feelings and thoughts that those who are fat phobic and true fat shamers that they have about people of a bigger size. I look at those of a bigger size and I understand that, you know, you never know with people, like what they're going through, like what they might be dealing with. If you see someone of a bigger size, you just don't know. They might be fighting a battle inside. They might have a food addiction. They might have a medical issue. Maybe they got into an accident and they couldn't move around for a while, and that's where the pounds came from. Maybe they're just going through something terrible. They've gone through something terrible and they're using food to cope. Everybody's story is different. Nobody should prejudge someone based on what they see outside. We should always ask questions before we assume. But as far as the negative stereotypes, you reinforce some of them. You know, you are unbathed. You are gross. You are nasty. You are. When you don't have to be. You really don't have to be. But this is what you've chosen for yourself.
Whatsoever. Or you're not worthy to have self-esteem about yourself?
You don't have self-esteem, period.
Do you know that being fat, having fat does not make a person who they are?
Mama, if you had self-esteem, you would never say out loud, all he has to do is fake love me and I'll give him anything he wants. A person with self-esteem would never say that, never think it, never put it into play. You have zero self-esteem, zero. And that's coming from somebody that I've struggled with my self-esteem. I'll admit it. I'll be honest. I've dealt with it. Struggle with my own self-worth. I'll put that on the table and let it be known. But I'm working on it. I realize what a problem it is. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the shadow work. But if you had self-esteem the way you claim, why would you put up with someone like Nader? Why would you pay for everything for him? And now with Salah? Would anyone with self-worth and self-esteem do those things? Just be so desperate for company they were willing to pay for guys that don't give a crap about them? No. No, they put that money back into themselves and work on themselves and put themselves under construction. That's what they would do.
Like, get a life. Stupid. Yeah. Thanks, Trixie. Anyway. Most of the audience isn't overweight. Yeah, and most of the reactors are too.
Even if we are, is a certain weight a requirement for reacting? No. If somebody is 300 pounds, does that mean they're not supposed to react to Chantal? There's no happy ground with her when it comes to being a reactor. If you're too skinny, you can't react. If you're too fat, you can't react. There's no happy ground with her. There's no like requirement list that if you're a reactor, like, oh, you're a certain weight, you got a certain look, you can react to me. It's impossible to please her.
And horrible people, and you can't change that. They are so toxic. I know, they want, exactly, SB, they want you to feel worthless. So they make little digs like,
no, stop right there. We don't want you to feel worthless. Feeling worthless is on you because it's your life. We're just reacting to your content. That sounds like a bit of self-projection there. You feel worthless, but that's your fault because you never reached for anything to add worth to yourself. Hence the reason why you live the way that you live and why you put up with the things that you do. You feel worthless, and that's why you're desperate and cling on to anything you can get your hands on, even men that don't care about you. We don't want you to feel worthless. You don't know us. You've not sat down and talked with us. You don't know how we feel. We're just reacting to your content. We are not emotionally involved with you. We don't have to be to react to you. You decide where your boat goes, dear. You're the captain. You keep pushing it into the rocks, that's on you. You want to build up your self-worth, knock yourself out and have fun doing it. We're just here reacting to you.
that, like, you shouldn't feel good about yourself. That's basically what that cat person was saying. You don't have a right to feel good about yourself. What? Do these people not hear themselves?
Do you not hear yourself? You're the one that flew all the way over to Kuwait. You've been there for what, 2-3 years? And you should have left long ago. Like, whatever suffering, whatever pain you've experienced in Kuwait was self-inflicted. The moment things started to go downhill, you should have hightailed it out of there and not returned. But you kept running back. You can't blame us for your suffering. You just can't.
Cynthia, how did it go? Beauty is only skin deep. Yeah, it's true. Like,
Yeah, but ugliness goes all the way to the bone, baby. All the way to the bone.
I don't know. Thank you, Buttercup. Thank you, Ashley. So dumb. These people need to be put in their health. It's a health concern. Okay, so you can have health problems and still have self-esteem. Like, can't those two things be true? How do I clearly not feel good about myself? Tell me about myself that you know nothing about. Go on. Please.
And she's talking this way to her audience. Like the chat portion isn't with the video. This is the way she talks to people. And she wonders why people get turned off from her content and don't subscribe or unsubscribe. Notice she's the only one in the live. There are no reactors behind her adding to what she's doing. She's doing this all herself. But yet we're the problem. We're the problem, y'all. This is the bad attitude that she's projecting on people. And for those who might be interested, who weren't around during Crackhead Olympics, and it was a lot, trust me, it was a lot. Something you should know. So Chantal would go to Natter's place and party her face off and do the powder. You know, just stay over there as long as she could, then come home. And then she would get what we call the nattertude. What is the nattertude? Well, the nattertude is the come down, the crash that comes from doing the powder, right? So like she would come down and she would just be nasty. Woo! She'd just be a mean, nasty, see you next Tuesday. Okay, that's why I say when she travels, if she goes to Malaysia or any place else that's not Canada where she can just get in on the plane, go to a dispensary and get her stuff, we're going to see a little bit of the nattertude. It's going to come out. It's already out. It's already out. It's just not all the way out. Not yet. Give it some time. Let that pressure cooker cook. but giving this attitude to people. And she wonders why she's not making money.
Somebody just said I have high self-esteem, and then someone else just said I don't feel good about myself. Which is it? Oh, it's on the 28th, Cynthia. Why did I think it was today?
Maybe she's mad because today is the 20th. She got another couple of days before payday, and she can't have all the fast food she wants or the party favors. Maybe that's it. You know, like money is kind of dry right now. She's got to wait to get paid.
There's a lot of overweight people here. Hi, Miss Helen.
Overweight is not the same as super morbidly obese. See, before you went to Kuwait, you were saying that there's a bunch of people that are overweight in Kuwait, but there's different levels. Overweight does not mean like super almost immobile obese. So maybe you thought that you can go to Kuwait and blend in with the crowd and nobody would look at you, but then you got to Kuwait and you figured out, I'm still someone that would stand out in a crowd. Hence the reason why you never go out.
She's pathetic. I have nothing to say about her. Imagine that being like your highlight of the day. Rage. Like, you need to check yourself. You take, like, just to remind you, you take pictures, sexual pictures of yourself in your daughter's
she's talking about Just Breezing
butterfly mirror in her bedroom. How about you tell her that and see what she says? You are literally giving your child a complex. You're a disgusting human and a disgusting mother. And I don't need to have kids to say that.
Recently, which is creepy and disturbing. What's going on, Chantal? Is Salah talking to you and saying that he wants a family? Because he is fairly young. And I'm sure his family wants him to have offspring to carry on the family name. What is going on that you're talking about kids a lot these days? And in such a creepy, really disgusting way, saying that you want to breastfeed other people's kids? Why are you doing? Why would that even be a thing with you? This is going to be really disturbing, y'all. But it did happen. I saw it happen. Understand, I saw this happen during the Crackhead Olympics days. Another creepy thing. This is related to her pets. Lean in and listen. So when Chantal was at the villa, she would let her cat, Sam, suckle on her fupa, and she thought that was so cute. She's like, he's suckling on my fupa. That's gross. What is the matter with you that you're letting your cat suckle on you like that? Ew. Ew. You want to breastfeed other people's kids and you let your cat suckle on your fupa? You're gross. Something is wrong with your brain.
And simple. Melly, I see you now. I know, Trixie, it is. Hey, Thumbelina, thank you. Arabs in the Middle East tend to be extremely private and conservative. They don't publicize their private life.
Right. So when you get mad at Salah and you go off on him, it's embarrassing for him.
Exactly, SB. Like, as if I'm going to talk about anything personal like that.
Oh, not yet. You're not going to do it there. Maybe that's the reason why Salah doesn't want you to go back to Canada, because he knows if you go back to Canada, you can say whatever you want. Maybe he doesn't want to be put on blast. So he persuades you to stay there.
About anyone else in our families? No. Like, they're so dumb. Are you actually defending that I speak out? I have to block you. You're insane.
Oh my God. I'm going to go ahead, block everybody. Block everyone, Chantal. Do it.
You're probably another disgusting weirdo. It doesn't matter if the daughter was there. She's in her child's room, and she included in the message, in my daughter's room, I have to snap a sexy picture. She's sexualizing her daughter, like her daughter's room. It's disgusting. Like, how do people will justify any disgusting act just to contradict me, just to counter me, just to argue with me? It's so gross. Like, do you not care about your morals as a human being?
Not you talking about morals. Not you. Not you, Chantal. Have you forgotten what you did before? Can I remind you just of a few things that I remember? And there are so many. Can we talk about you going on Omegle or Omegle? You going on there dressed in a negligee, talking to much younger people and much younger men? Can we talk about that? Doing that on YouTube. Going on a site where there are much younger people and you're dressed in basically the naughty nothings. Seeking out young men, very young men. And then when one young man flashed to his private part, you turned off the camera, but then you proceeded to talk about his private part in detail. So where were your morals then? Can we talk about them? Or how about when you were in Canada, when you were still seeing Natter and you took pictures on the side of the road, showing off your hoo-ha, out in full view of whoever passed by? Or what about stopping the car to take a dump right there by the side of the road? Can we talk about that too? And there's so many things. Should I keep going? I will.
All you care about is trying to one-up me, right? And try to get me. You don't even care about your morals. Couldn't be me.
And how about the A minor person in your chat? Ghostface? And I've heard there's another one. So you'll allow A minors in your chat? Or how about associating with PDF files? Like Karate Joe. Being a mod for Cyrex. And Dragon Lord Frodo. Can we talk about that too? Don't talk about other people's morals. We've seen who you hang with and why.
So disgusting. Wallah, like, ugh. Anyway, these people are sick in the head. Like 100% sick. I need to seal. I'm stressed out.
Oh, God.
A hive mind. They're all hive mind. Yeah. They are. They get a life. Yeah.
And for anybody that wants to know, needs to know if Chantal's ever going to get back to the fiery content, here's your answer right here. This woman is so incredibly ill. She is so sick. She can't even rage right. Like, I was there when Chantal would be in a full-on rage. Woo! She would just go and go and go, and she would not stop. The fire was in her belly. And it wasn't because she ate too much Taco Bell with the spicy sauce. No, she had a true fire in her belly. But she's gotten herself to a place where she is so sick and so unhealthy, she can't even sit up and do her live stream. She's got to lay down. So how in the world is she going to be more active and do more if she can't even sit up to talk?
He never said I had Pippi long nipples or roast beef and cheddar or something like that. So. Weirdos.
Chantal, you look horrible. This is not me being catty. You look horrible. You look so bloated. You look so unwell. Ghastly, as a matter of fact. You don't look good at all. And you got to travel soon, and you're not even trying to get yourself to a place where be safe to travel.
Yeah, I know exactly. I don't give a shit. Call the authorities. I don't care. If I get kicked out, I'll move on. Whatever. Fuck. I don't care. I don't dwell on things. Whatever is meant to be will be.
I hope that Kuwait does kick you out. I really do. I hope that Kuwait does kick you out of the country and you can't go back. Because honestly, you don't need to be there. You need to go back home and fix your stuff. But you've been like squatting in Kuwait way too long. You need to go.
You think I care?
You do care. You really do care. And I'll tell you why. I think part of the reason why you've been staying in Kuwait as long as you have is because if you went back to Canada, you would essentially be homeless. You wouldn't have a home. You gave up the home that you had to go be with Salah, but if you came back, you wouldn't have a home. Now, I have heard that Pete's got a $15,000 inheritance. He blew the whistle on himself with that. He basically put it on the internet knowing that you would find out and you would know, and maybe he wanted you to know. But you could go back and move in with Pete's. I'm sure you could talk him into it, persuade him into it. I guess he hasn't gotten smart and he's just going to take his money and do his own thing. But, you know, you would need a situation like that to have a home again, because you don't have the income to set yourself up nicely again. So you're staying in Kuwait because you know if you went back to Canada, you would not be able to portray this great posh lifestyle. You get to start at the bottom. And you would catch a lot of crap from Girl World, and you're just, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to stay here as long as I can.
Roast beef and cheddar. Look it up. She is a desperate loony. You say my daughter's mirror when you're trying to project sexy. It's disgusting and weird. Yep. Very disgusting and weird. But no, they have to defend it just because I could never be right about anything. I don't care what these people are degenerates. I zero care. But I still like calling them out. I know.
Well, you know, like in a way, you're kind of like a reaction channel yourself. That's the funny thing. That's the joke. She hates reaction channels, but in a way, she is a reaction channel herself because she's reacting to us giving our opinions about her. Problem is, we're more entertaining than she is.
No, call authorities for what? Calling some disgusting people out and defending myself? Oh, well.
You're not really calling us out. Or if you're trying to, you're not doing a good job. We extended the invitation to you, Chantal, that if you want to react to us, go for it. Come on. Step into the arena with all the rest of the gladiators. We're ready. Any one of us, anywhere, could run circles around you. Any one of us. We'll bring the receipts. We go true shopping. We got receipts all day. And if we don't have them, we can find them. Do it. You won't do it because the couple of times you try to react to people, it was lame. It was pathetic. You tried it. You failed at it. But you won't do it the proper way. You really won't.
I'm not attacking innocent people here in Kuwait. So who cares? And they probably wouldn't care if I'm talking bad about FF Ghoul with her Islamophobic undertones. So, thank you, Charles. Yeah, I mind my business locally. Hey, ECP. People were just in the chat defending it. Yeah, speaking the truth, exactly. Hey, Missy Mad. She sent a video of her daughter dancing to Isaac. Like, imagine he's probably weirded out by her, like, coming on strong. Like, here's my daughter dancing. Like, wanting, like, yo.
You know, I think part of the reason why Chantal is all over the place on YouTube and Twitter and TikTok is that, or even the kiwi farms. I don't know if she goes to the kiwi farms. It's not about being interested in anything. It's her being interested in finding stuff to make into gotcha moments. Like, let me find the worst of the worst on the people that have opinions about me, and let me talk about those, just trying to have gotcha moments. So she's got ears and eyes all over the place looking for the worst things that come out. So she can talk about them to make it seem like she's got power over us.
Oh, like, calm down. Sends him like a whole bunch of videos, whole bunch of schnoods in like, what, a few days? Says she's gonna fly out, do all these things. Like, yo, you're coming on strong, like psychotic. Like, oh my gosh. Weird. Voila. Yeah, you're right, SB. Yeah, I respond exactly. If you respond to these people, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Marion. We need a medal for that.
Can I just say something, Chantal? Like, you're over there with the dark 80s makeup on and you're raging. You know what? That's a great face. Hold on. I'll finish my thought here in a second. Y'all give me a second. I got to get that face. I love that face. She's so photogenic, our girl. I need a picture for my thumbnail. Let me just get this picture. It's so wonderful. Got it. Okay. But let me go back to my thought. My thought is, do you know how ridiculous you sound and how you look right now? Like, you put on this dark, dramatic makeup and the red lipstick, which is like a signal that you're going to rage, but you're doing the raging while you're laying down. You know how silly that looks? You look ridiculous.
She skips forward in the sniping. Oh, but she can say whatever she wants. She can have a whole channel dedicated to trying to make people rage. You breezy friggin' weirdo. Degenerate weirdo. She's a complete dog. You gronk. I love that word. Aussie word, right? Again, P word. I don't care if they think I'm an animal abuser. I don't care if they don't like how I take care of my pets. I don't care if they think I'm fat. I don't care if they think I'm ugly.
Well, then why
I don't
are you
care
angry?
what they think.
You're saying the opposite of what you mean. If you don't care, then you don't care. But if you don't care, that means you're not going to talk about it in a live stream, are you?
Like, in general, I don't either. So, you know what? I don't care if they're hypocrites. The never-ending story, exactly. I'm just not going to care. That's a part of being on YouTube. It's so disgusting. Social media in general. Everybody just flocks to drama and hatred. Nobody cares. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just pathetic. I'd be rage streaming every day. Yeah, well, I certainly do that once in a while. I know I always say that. That's why I'm mad at myself too for like just always falling for it.
No, you know what it is? You're miserable and you've got an anger problem. You've said so. You're mad at Salah for whatever reason or reasons, but you're a coward. You won't go to him and tell him how mad you are because in a way he has more power than you. Yes, you have your money, but without him being the contact in Kuwait, where would you be? You'd have to go home. So you're mad at him, maybe because he didn't bring you enough food, or he's not being intimate with you, or not coming on camera and giving you attention and acting like the fake husband. He's staying off camera. You're mad because you're not getting all that you want there. So you're taking it out on people on the internet because you don't have to physically stand in front of them and deal with them. That's all it is.
Yeah, how is she going to call me obsessed? Right. She's the one sniping me. If she left me the F alone and didn't ever talk about me, do you think I would come on here and go, oh, Breezy, like, I don't care who you are. You're a nobody. You're literally irrelevant and nobody likes you. Okay? Maybe a few weirdos because they hate me. That's it. That's it. I didn't give a damn, but now.
I don't want to hear her singing.
Goodbye, Thea. Nobody cares. Bringing up people's daughters. Okay, but you're not addressing the issue. Why am I bringing that up? Because it's on the internet, right?
And she needs something to talk about because she has no content.
Right? So it's okay for them to laugh at revenge porn pictures like children. And
woo! You know, the lady doth protest too much. So if the picture were not Salah, would she react this way? Would she be this triggered? The lady doth protest too much. The pictures that have been passed around, it seems like that is him. And she's mad because people have seen it and they've commented on it. She's mad about that.
And laugh at that. That's not immoral, but a picture of her taking a picture in her daughter's room, I'm not allowed to comment on it. Goodbye, Thea. Troll account.
About that picture, a few questions, Chantal. Are you mad because you and Salah, you have a business arrangement? And the arrangement is, I just act like your husband, but we're not intimate. And if you're not intimate, that means you haven't seen what's going on there. Are you mad that he stepped outside the line and he showed a picture of himself to another woman who was not you, who did not pay him $9,000? So you paid over 10 grand for that fool, and you never saw his junk? You never even saw it, but somebody else did for free. Where was your pretty privilege then, mama? Where was it? Hotter than 90% of YouTube, and you never saw his junk, even though you paid him a bunch of money. He gave it away for free. Are you mad about that? I think you're mad. I think you're mad that all of Girl World saw it before you did.
I never seen that person in my chat once. Yeah. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's controversial, so let's calm our queen down. Not lately, Ashley. I need to, as well, get back to reading some.
Moving on.
How does she talk? BBJ.
Let's move forward.
So, yeah. Yeah, if my man was seeing somebody in person, meeting up for SCX, or, you know, really into that person, like, it, not just for like a weird kind of fetish situation, then, you know, like, I have my reasons, and you can't say what situation you would be in, like what you would do in this certain situation. Throw away your entire marriage over one mistake. Like,
it was not been one, though. Salah's on his fourth offense, Chantal. Four. Let's go over them. The first time you saw a picture on his phone of a woman bending over or something. I do remember that. That was the first one. All right. Number 2 was the red room picture. Number 3, Kai Bella. Number 4, something weird happened in Thailand. Something really weird. I don't know what it is, but you mentioned something being on a TV of an adult nature, but the energy was off in Thailand. So he's on his 4th offense. 4. 4. And that shouldn't surprise the rest of us, because when you were with Natter, let's go back about Natter. Let's talk about him for a second. When you were first seeing him and you were getting all wrapped around him, it was revealed that he's on swinger sites. So you're like, he's my boyfriend and da-da-da-da-da. We let you know, hey, he's on these sites. He's got these profiles. Yet you continue to see him. Then there was the lady on the porch. You still continue to see him. We pointed out different things. You didn't listen to us because you were desperate and you did not want to let go. So Salah has done more than one thing. And let's go back to your talk about self-esteem and self-worth. You having it? You really have it? So clearly you're near a man that wants nothing to do with you. He even said outright that he thinks women that are over 200 pounds are pigs, cows. He's not attracted to anybody over 200 pounds. Chantal, you're over 500. What do you think he thinks about you? Even if he didn't say that, if you're near a man and it's been over 2 years and he's not touched you, he's not approached you, he's not flirting with you, he's not coming on to you, he's not crawling into your bed, just intimately, there's nothing going on, ain't nothing ever going to go on. He's sending out a signal. He does not desire you. If he's talking to other women in a sexual way, but that sex talk ain't happening with you, that's a sign. He's not into you. He's not going to be into you. You're there. You're willing, I'm sure. But if he's not approaching you, apparently he's not willing. And thinking that you can seduce him with money and that's just going to excuse everything else about yourself is disgusting. It's going to excuse your lack of hygiene, your nasty stank breath because you don't brush your rotten teeth. It's going to excuse the fact that you don't bathe and you probably smell to high heaven, your gross social manners, your rudeness, your controlling, possessive, jealous, insecure nature. It won't. Money doesn't excuse any of that. Any person in the world, you're either aroused or you're not. You're either attracted or you're not. Money is not going to bypass that stuff. It's just not. It isn't. You just going through life thinking you can just buy everybody and buy their love and buy their affection and buy their lust. You cannot. The men you've had in your life never wanted you. They wanted what they could get out of you, and they got it out of you. If you fixed yourself, it might be a whole different story, but it's not.
No, sorry. So I've done the thinking. I've made the decision. We've moved on. People are still obsessing over it. Like, get a life. It's not even your problem.
Yeah, I see how the two of you have moved on. He's staying away from you more than ever. Yeah, I can see how the two of you have moved on and gotten closer. If anything, he's moved further away from you. You guys don't even do the couples channel stuff anymore. He's never on camera. Between the Kai Bella stuff and now the Peen picture, oh, he wants nothing to do with YouTube if he can help it.
You know, like it doesn't even bother us.
Like girl world, we're a bunch of meanie heads. We chased him away. Boo on us.
Anymore. Like, what didn't he say? He wanted to fly her to whatever you say in the heat of the moment, like
the heat of the moment. So if there's a heated moment, while you're having this heat of the moment, are you going to talk about somebody's income and ask him, like, how much do you make? How many followers do you have? Can you have children? That's part of the heat of the moment. That's part of the dirty talk. Who knew?
Does that mean it's true? You know? It's stupid to think that's reality.
Even if Salah had Kai Bella fly over, let's just say that did happen, although it did not. let's just say Kai Bella went over there and effed him 10 ways to Sunday, and you found out, you still wouldn't let go, Chantal. You would still find a way around it in your head.
Went nowhere. You know.
And what about the women that you know he's seeing in Kuwait? Because he is seeing people. If you aren't ringing his bells, he's finding somebody else to do it. He's got red room stuff going to happen somewhere. So what about that? What about that?
No. Love the lipstick. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. I think it's called Romance by Maybelline. Maybelline has really good lipsticks.
I think we can rename it for you to Lack of Romance.
I like them. Why are you alone? I can't be alone? What the heck? Like, we're supposed to be glued together 24/7, I guess. You know?
Moving on.
Ew. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not like other people. I don't presume to know what goes on behind closed doors, but Jess Breezen's haircut looks like John.
Oh, she's sitting up.
Thank you, Pit Mom. Grapes in the freezer.
Oh, and she's eating. Of course she's eating because people are pressing on her, and this is the way she deals with being pressed on. Let's eat some ice cream. Like, how many ice creams did she get? Whatever it is, she's going to go through it. She's going to mow through that like grass.
I don't know. Hi, Victoria. Hey, everyone's like, who? And some of the, oh yeah, I've seen some horror stories about that. So I believe it. Yeah, it's disgusting. There's always a block in me. Oh, Melly. I didn't see that.
Is she done raging? I mean, oh no, she's back on. What happened? She was sitting up, then back on the couch, and sitting down. Girl, stay in one position. Like, where's the volume? Like, what? Why is she muted?
From the A course? Olive skin and bright green eyes.
Oh, we're doing this again. So what happened to I have self-worth and self-confidence? Anybody looking at this right now, right here, this freeze frame, this looks familiar to me. I remember back when Chantal was in Canada, and this is way before she put on the hijab and the abaya. She would always wear these turtleneck, high collar shirts, dresses, blouses, and she would use the collar to cover her chin. So if she was confident about herself, why is she covering it up?
Yeah, it's probably scratched. Exactly. Yeah, I like Halloween. Azos. You scared the beezers also, babe. Who's in the bathroom? I can't hear me. You scared the beezers.
Scare bees.
Scare
And he finally shows up.
bees. Hi, sweetheart.
Why freak out?
I didn't.
And you know what? I don't even see his face right now. But he just showed up. And listen to the voice. That's nervous laughter. That's not laughter like I'm home and I'm coming to, and I'm here with my wife. That's not happy laughter. That is nervous, awkward laughter.
I didn't hear you open the door and then you talked and it startled me. Jump scare.
Why would it be a jump scare? This is supposed to be your husband, right? Why would you be afraid of your husband walking in?
Hi, sweetheart.
Ugh. Bleh.
I missed you.
Why would you miss him if you guys live together? See, I'm loving the fact that she's telling on herself. I missed you. Like she never sees him.
Spooky Salah.
Ugh, that laugh.
The old makeup, yeah.
Victoria, he scared me. KRISTEN also. Yes, it fits. Hello, guys.
Like, what? I don't even know why he shows up for. Is it to drop off her food, or is it like she's sending him a text on another phone saying people are asking about you and I'm alone too much? Pop in for like 5 or 10 minutes and then you can leave again. Is that what's going on?
Hey, baby. Glad you're home.
Thank you, honey.
How's your fourth wife?
Not bad. Are you gorgeous?
Oh,
Blushing.
yeah, thanks, babe.
You guys notice something? When he's not there, there's less of the baby voice. When he shows up, suddenly she'll switch to that baby voice. Thanks, babe. She wasn't talking like that for the first 2 hours and 45 minutes. It started when he's showing up. It's so gross. Chantal, be an adult. Oh no. Is he really going to do that? Is he going to play? Is he going to play on the stupid keyboard?
Crazy for...
And I think he does that now to annoy her.
Scared.
Oh, gee. You know what? I'm tapping out. I don't want to hear him play. No, thank you. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And by the way, Chantal, no, ma'am, you do not look like Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil. Stop it. Stop it. She's a queen. You're not. And if you are a queen, you're the queen of nothing. So don't compare yourself to her ever again. I am offended as a gamer. So that's it for today, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.